Hey, it's Sam here from the Magic with Gadgets podcast, and today I'm talking to you all about shredding chicken for your meal prep. So, you're always asking me for more recipes with chicken. So what happened was, I'll get into more detail in this later on in the podcast, but we ended up with 4 chickens, and from our behind the scenes point of view, we don't want to waste chicken. So we thought it'd be brilliant to first shred the chicken, and then over the coming months, we can actually share with you lots of recipes using leftover shredded chicken to give you some ideas of how you can use it at home. But if you're new around here, I'm married to the lovely Chef Dom, and he was a chef when we met, and he started working as a chef in 1993. I didn't meet him until 2000, so he'd had a good few years chefing before he met me and before he taught me all his great pointers when it came to cooking. But one of the things I love about him, as far as the kitchen's concerned, is he's the fastest prepper ever. So I love it that if I'm doing, you guys say something with some butternut squash, I can be on with the recipe, and before I know it, blink and I miss it, and I turn around and he'll have peeled and diced about 3 or 4 butternut squashes for me. So it's brilliant for that. So I thought I would get his hands in shot and actually show you whilst he shreds 4 chickens for you. So if you're listening to this is also on our podcast. This podcast episode is also on our YouTube channel, so you can watch him shredding all the chickens while I chat to you about why we had these 4 chickens and how we plan on using them for you. So are you ready to get started? So let's jump in, shall we? And you're probably wondering why shredded chicken and why Dom's shredding all this chicken for you now. So first of all, we're shredding 4 different types of chicken. The first one that he's doing is this one coming up on screen now, and this is Instant Pot pressure cooker chicken. So basically, we've pressure cooked a chicken. This is the leftovers. It's been left in the fridge overnight, and then he's shredding it the next day for us. So he's shredding all the meat off it, and then from what's left of the carcass, we can then make some chicken stock in the Instant Pot, because I'm absolutely obsessed with Instant Pot stock. It is just the best. But why have we ended up with 4 of them, you may be wondering? So what happened was, behind the scenes when we're creating content for you, we end up cooking a lot of the same foods over and over again. And one of those things is whole chickens. You know, we've had times when we've had 10 whole chickens to cook for you in a week. And, you know, that chicken ends up going somewhere. So when we're bored of chicken sandwiches, of course, it ends up being used in our meal prep routine. And we'd never used chicken for meal prep before until we actually started cooking kitchen gadget recipes for other people, because we thought we've got to use this chicken somewhere. And it was like when we were doing the time and temp chart for the complete air fryer cooking guide, we found ourselves cooking so many different types of chicken that meal prep became our thing. So that's where it all kind of started from, with our obsession with meal prep. But for these actual chickens, what happened is we've got the second chicken that's going to be happening very soon. Isn't Dom doing an amazing job, by the way? I think he needs a good round of applause for that, doesn't he? Is that we were doing the final bit, so for the how-to chapter of the complete pressure cooker cookbook, which isn't out until September, but we're on the finishing stages of right now. And with that, what we were doing is we wanted to demonstrate how long it took for a whole chicken to get to pressure, and we were comparing notes between the Instant Pot and the Ninja Foodie. So that's where those chickens came from. That was us literally just writing down the time to pressure and ending up with these 2 chickens. So that's where they came about. And then we were doing another video. Of course, we were doing a video which is also on our YouTube channel already, and in that somebody trolled us and said that chicken cooked in the air fryer, I can't remember what term he used. we basically said it was burnt anyway. So we decided to test it because you'd often asked us for bake versus air fries. So that's how we ended up with those chickens as well. So that was the fascination with it and with the chicken. So that's how we've ended up with 4 chickens. So we're just about to get ready now. So take a look. That is the second pressure cooker chicken. So this is the Ninja Foodie version, of course, which Dom is going to be shredding now. And these are brilliant, but I'm starting to wonder, did Dom choose the wrong size bowl? Or did I choose it for him? I can't quite remember now. Because when you're shredding that much chicken, I don't think that bowl really does it justice. I wonder by the end of it, how full that bowl is going to actually become. So now whilst you're on with your chicken, obviously we're teaching to bake in the air fryer. It's very similar to just air fry. So let's just call it, for this video, or this podcast I should say, that we're doing 2 pressure cooker ones and 2 air fry ones. I think that's the best way to describe it. And which is easier to shred and which shreds the best? I would say it depends of whether or not you want nice chicken skin. If you want the nice chicken skin, go air fry route. If you prefer it where it's just pulled chicken, then pressure cooker route. And if you're wondering what you can actually do with all this chicken that you're doing, then you've got loads and loads of options to go at. For me, for chicken, I always end up in similar kind of recipes. I absolutely love a chicken sandwich. So, you know, chicken sandwich is always first on the agenda, isn't it? And then beyond the chicken sandwich, what I also really love is to do some leftover chicken curry. So behind the scenes, what I actually did for the kids is we've also got a recipe for this inside KitchenGadgetsClub.com, and I think we might even have a YouTube video somewhere. Is that what I did is I did a homemade katsu curry sauce. Katsu curry sauce is mine and the kids' favourite. And what I did is, it comes back to more behind the scenes, too much food again, because what actually happened was, I was doing a soup maker katsu curry sauce. I did a slow cooker one and I did some curries. And then I was doing it for our cookbook, the complete multi-cooker cookbook as well, which is out now. And I ended up with a massive amounts of cubes of frozen katsu curry. So what I did, after Dom had shredded this lot, because he shredded it a few days ago and Carl's just edited down the video now, is what I actually did is I grabbed some of Dom's shredded chicken, which is amazing by the way, and I defrosted in the microwave. So I had about 6 of these frozen cubes and I defrosted them in the microwave and stirred them, added in some shredded chicken and had chicken curry. It was simple as that. So if you're thinking what do you do with your shredded chicken, into a sauce of any kind and you're sorted, you could even use it for sweet and sour chicken if you wanted to, a Chinese chicken curry, a spicy madras, a chicken tikka masala. The choices are yours. Oh, look, Dom's done. This is Dom now doing the chicken that we cooked on bake using the Ninja Foodie. And as you can see, this one's got a crispy coating on it, just like an air fried chicken has. So if you want the lovely skin, then go with this. But if you're doing what I've just been talking about, which is a chicken curry, then do you really need crispy skin? Because we don't normally put crispy skin on a curry, do we? So you could do that with it. Another great video that we're going to have coming up soon, that we've already shared the recipe inside Kitchen Gadgets Club for, is chicken bakes. So if you think your favourite Greg's Bakes, and then you can use that as your base for your filling. You really don't need much of the shredded chicken for this, so it helps make that chicken last even longer. And then you can just add a little bit to it, some pastry, either make your own short crust or buy some ready rolled puff pastry. It's brilliant for this kind of thing, and that's what we've done. And we've also got lots of other things coming, like you can do some chicken curry with it as well. One thing to bear in mind though, Chef Dom has tried to educate me over the years. Some things have gone in and others haven't. One thing that always has is with the safety when it comes to chicken is that you can only reheat it once. So basically this rule means that, let's say you make a chicken curry from your leftovers, don't eat it all and you want to reheat it, or you want to freeze it as a chicken curry to reheat later, then what you do is you don't actually cook the chicken out again when you're doing it for your meal prep. You only reheat it when you're actually serving it. So let's say you're doing a chicken curry with it. You would stir the chicken cold into the curry sauce just before you're putting it in the freezer, because then you haven't actually reheated it. You've just added it to containers. And then also for your meal prep, we'll be doing this ourselves, is what you can do is once you've got your mass amount of shredded chicken, I mean, take a look at how much shredded chicken Dom has done so far. If you're watching this on our YouTube, if you're listening to it, then just imagine the biggest bowl you've ever seen, and it's loaded with shredded chicken. So then what you can do is you can transfer it into freezer bags. So if you're thinking for your meal prep that you're just going to use a small portion, you can go with the smaller freezer bags and just keep loading it into these freezer bags. Label them up all as shredded chicken. You can add the date as well if you're worried that you're not going to use it up by its date. And then once it's cold and everything, seal it in freezer bags and freeze it. And you've got a massive amount of shredded chicken that you can just grab from the freezer whenever you want it. You can do the same with leftover pork as well, and so many other meats as well. It doesn't just apply to chicken, but it's a great way to do it. And talking about doing it, Dom is now 3 chickens down, one last one to go. And this is our Philips air fryer chicken. Philips air fryer, the first air fryer we ever owned, which you cooked a whole chicken in. I think our first one was around 2017, because we'd got our first air fryer in 2012, and it was the kind of one that was too small for a whole chicken, so we were gutted about that. So when it was starting to look a bit old and ropey, instead of just fixing it, we said, right, we're upgrading now. We're going to get the bigger Philips air fryer for the first time ever, which was, of course, was 2017, just so that we could cook a whole chicken in it. It was our ultimate air fryer goal. And if there's a food that we would never cook in the oven again, not that we own one anymore, of course, but if we did, would be roast chicken. Because roast chicken, kind of to me, when you think of the oven, I think of it as Sunday dinner and it being an effort. So with the roast chicken, what you can end up doing is you can cook it in the oven normally, and it normally becomes such an effort, doesn't it? You've got to preheat your oven for starters. You've got to do your roast potatoes. You've got to put the butter under the skin for the lovely crispy skin, and you've got all the rest of it to do. But if you do it in the air fryer, it's literally like prepping a chicken breast, because you're just smothering it all over with a tiny little bit of extra virgin olive oil, seasoning of choice. So you could do rosemary, thyme, mixed herbs, whatever you like. You could do oregano, you could do a peri-peri version, you could do a taco seasoning version, and it just becomes like cooking a chicken breast, and it's so quick and it's so easy. So, you know, just think about that when you're doing it, and how easy a whole chicken is actually in the air fryer. You know, and I just absolutely love it like that. You know, and it totally comes down to what kind of foods you like to cook. But for me, a whole chicken is the ultimate one. And then what you can do is you can have a whole chicken for a midweek meal, and then the next day with what you've got left, you shred it, and then you've got loads for your meal prep. So that whole chicken, even if it's just one person in your household, you could roast that whole chicken, and then you could shred the rest, and then you've got enough chicken to last you 3 or 4 days, whether that's for the next following days or in the freezer for another day. It's just totally up to you. And I mean, that is just what's brilliant about doing a whole chicken, isn't it? It's the fact that you can make it last. And of course, if you haven't got just an air fryer, then we have also got coming leftover chicken soup in the Instant Pot as well. And it's also great if you're fancying some tacos, because what you can do is you can shred some chicken for some tacos as well. and then you can load them into the freezer and you can have them ready made. Or let's say it's Sunday, you have your roast chicken on the Sunday, and on the Monday you make yourself a leftover chicken pie, and then on Tuesday you have Taco Tuesday with some, and then you think to yourself, right, I've still got enough to do a few rounds of pasties or pastries or whatever you call them. I'm just going to freeze what's left in a bag, and you're sorted. And that's the great thing. A meal prep with some shredded chicken can be anything you want it to be. For us, it's just a great way to reduce the amount of chicken that we don't want to waste any. In other words, when we're cooking as many chickens as we are, then it's perfect for leftovers. But wait, Dom has finished. So, what's first? Oh, our beautiful Enzo, of course. Enzo, as in Ferrari. Yes, I named him, even though I'm not the biggest Formula One fan in the house. It's Kyle that's the biggest Formula One fan. I actually love the movie The Art of Racing in the Rain, which has the voice of Kevin Costner, and that's where the doggy thing comes from. And, of course, he's waited patiently by his daddy's feet, so he gets first dibs at the chicken. Oh, and isn't he the cutest? I absolutely adore him. He's so lovely. And then, of course, next on the list is Dom's worked so hard on shredding these chickens. At least he deserves is some chicken sandwiches. So, however you like it, really. He's got some wholemeal bread. He's got his low-fat spread. He's got a bit of low-fat cheese, mayonnaise, and some chicken. And it just made perfect for a chicken sandwich. You can, of course, do the same as this, and you could actually turn them into cheese and chicken toasties in the air fryer. I mean, that is amazing as well. So just think about that if you're fancying a sandwich. I mean, he so deserves this sandwich, doesn't he? Isn't he amazing for shredding all these chickens for me? Oh, I mean, I'm just in love. And then, of course, once they're done, these are our bags. So we've got 2 bags. One bag is going to be for meal prep recipes that we're going to do over the next few days. And the other bag we're going to freeze. And then later in the summer, we're going to do some more. And we're going to focus on some healthy meal prep, because by then people will be thinking about going back to work. And we can do something really, really nice and special with it, rather than me rushing it now and rushing out everything that we do with it. So I hope you have enjoyed this podcast episode where we've been shredding our chicken, and I hope you've given you some ideas, and you've also been able to watch it. If you've been watching it on YouTube, you can see Dom shredding all this chicken, how it's made this most enormous oversized bowl of shredded chicken. And it's like I say, it's a great way for meal prep. And when you see some chicken on yellow stickers, you can mass do this, and then you've got loads and loads of chicken for the freezer for so many different recipes. Thanks so much for listening, and you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, and of course Instagram. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, or why not head over to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/newsletter and join our weekly newsletter, where we go into detail about all our favourite kitchen gadget recipes, tips, tricks and resources. And a ciao for now.